Have you ever heard of a land so vast? It once stretched across half the known world, and yet no one ever mentioned it in your history class? From the 16th to the 18th century, hundreds of maps marked a colossal region in Asia, all bearing the same mysterious name, Tartaria. But by the mid-1800s, that name quietly vanished. No explanation, no trace. Was it merely a cartographic error from a less informed era? Or could it be the remnant of a lost civilization? One that was erased from the collective memory of mankind? Why does Tartaria appear alongside biblical journeys, Egyptian pyramids, and ancient religious symbols found across continents? And perhaps most unsettling of all, these maps weren't drawn by unknown scribes, but by the most respected scholars of their time. So what was Tartaria? A real place? A centuries-old mistake? Or the missing piece in the puzzle of human history? Join me as we peel back the layers of time and uncover the secrets buried within the maps of Tartaria. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, so you never miss what history tried to hide. Did you know that a single name once stretched across nearly half of Asia, and yet it may have never existed at all? From the 16th to the 18th century, countless maps marked a vast territory called Tartaria, a land that extended from the Caspian Sea to the Pacific Ocean. One of them, drawn in 1624 by Abraham Ellis, author of the first true modern atlas, didn't just label Tartaria, it also charted biblical journeys and the pyramids of Egypt, as if this land held both sacred and historical power. And Ellis wasn't alone. Legendary mapmakers like Mercator, Ortelius, and Hondius all used the name Tartaria. This wasn't an isolated case, it was a pattern. Some scholars believe the name once referred to a real geocultural entity, long forgotten. Others argue it was nothing more than a placeholder, a name Europeans gave to places they had never truly explored. But how could a name cover an entire continent with no solid evidence to support it? In the 17th century, blank spaces on maps were often filled with myths, speculation, or something like Tartaria. Then came the Tatars. Who were they? And did they even exist? Some believed the Tatars were divine messengers. Others claimed they came from hell. Historical records suggest Tatar was once used to describe a group from the Mongolian highlands, perhaps even early Mongols themselves. But the name soon faded from their own identity. While in the West, it exploded into legend. In medieval Europe, the Tatars were feared. Some believed they were the lost Christian army of Prester John, but a letter from a Hungarian bishop in 1257 painted a darker image, calling them godless invaders who branded their victims with hot iron. Over time, the name Tatar merged with Tartarus, the abyss of punishment in Greek mythology. Unable to understand them, the West turned them into monsters, just as they once did with the Aztecs and the Inca. From a misunderstood people, Tatar became a name for the unknown, and Tartaria, a vast, mysterious land, born from fear and fascination. Even after the fall of the Golden Horde, remnants of its descendants, often called Tatars, persisted. But instead of fading, Tartaria spread across maps like wildfire. A 1570 atlas, one of the first of its kind, shows Tartaria stretching from the Caspian Sea to the Himalayas. It wasn't a country, it wasn't a people. According to many scholars, Tartaria was a label, a temporary name to fill in the blanks. These labeled regions shared no politics, no culture, only one thing: uncertainty. Over time, the name fragmented. Great Tartaria, Little Tartaria, Chinese Tartaria, Independent Tartaria. These weren't real nations. They were categories imposed by European missionaries and explorers. In the end, Tartaria may say more about how Europe viewed the unknown than about the land itself. And even as the name faded from modern maps, the Tatars never disappeared. Once seen as the ghosts of a lost empire, they still live among us. After the collapse of the Golden Horde in the 15th century, the term Tatar continued to appear in Russian and European documents, referring to descendants like the Volga and Crimean Tatars. They never formed a single nation, but carried fragments of a once mighty legacy. According to Russia's 2010 census, Tatars make up 3.8% of the population, over 5.3 million people. Most live in Tatarstan, preserving their language, faith, and traditions, like the last breath of a vanished age. So perhaps what remains of Tartaria isn't an empire, but a cultural identity, still very much alive. And yet the story doesn't end there. A more radical theory suggests that Tartaria was once the heart of a global, advanced civilization, one that has been deliberately erased. Conspiracy theorists claim it possessed technology far beyond its time, and that its traces were hidden by governments and academia alike. They argue that many ancient architectural wonders across the globe weren't built by the civilizations we've always credited, but by Tartaria. Some even speak of a global mud flood in the 19th century, one that wiped Tartaria off the map. What survived was buried, reused, or rewritten. Names like Nikolai Levashov and Anatoly Fomenko often surface, mixing mysticism with alternative history. A declassified CIA document from 1999, along with detailed antique maps marked Tartaria, are often cited as forgotten proof. Their question: how could people centuries ago draw maps so precise without advanced tools? But cartographers insist the details came from exploration, guesswork, and many errors. Maybe Tartaria was never buried beneath the earth, but hidden in human imagination. Still, these ancient maps hold value, not for what they prove, but for what they reveal about us. Medieval and Renaissance maps weren't just geography. They held myths, religions, and everything we feared or didn't understand. In that light, Tartaria wasn't just a place, it was an idea. Like a modern Atlantis, it lingers in our collective imagination. And if old maps are stories left unfinished, who will write the next chapter? Whether right or wrong, Tartaria has shaped how we view the past. Because history isn't just about what happened. It's about how each generation chooses to remember. So in the end, what is Tartaria? A forgotten empire? A misplaced label? Or a mirror reflecting the mysteries we still chase today? This was never an easy story to tell. From ancient maps that defied explanation, to the hazy identity of the Tatars, both warriors and phantoms, to the bold claim that an entire civilization was erased. One thing is clear, the old maps haven't given us all the answers, but they've opened a door to questions that refuse to go away. Could it be that what we're truly searching for doesn't lie in the past, but in the way we humans choose to believe in something greater than ourselves? What do you think? Did Tartaria truly exist, or was it just a legend born of fear and imagination? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this topic fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, so you won't miss the next episode where we continue uncovering the lands and the stories that time almost swallowed whole. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.